Hey guys, today is March the 14th of 2014, and I want to go over the Euro USD, but give you my thoughts and my opinions, because I know that this is an educational video only, so please consult a professional financial advisor in regards to trading and anything that has to do with markets. All right, so I've got an email requesting, what's my thoughts with the euro now, where we at, and let's just let's just look at where we've been for the month of March. The red ones indicate that they were failures. The green ones indicate there was some either momentum, a pop, or something to like move it. Uh, I'm kind of looking more like a change in trend, like a pivot. So you could take it, how you want to take it. That's why I put because I want to see where the turn could come, so I could ride it. But the dates in green show kind of some kind of movement, especially like you want to call it volatility. Uh, you could look at it that way. So I'm kind of highlighting them. So you could see, red, that was chop, that was a low. This is geometry, so I kind of like forecasting here a little bit. I said the low was going to be on the 5th, and then we're going to probably put a high in the 7th. And this was, I changed it because now it's chop. That day was chop. It wasn't, I had two highs here, now it's a chop. And now we got the 14, so now I'm like, is this a top or the 16 to be a top? This is kind of where we at now, but looking at the data on the charts, we put a high on the 13th. Seasonal dates were really good. I think they were probably better than the Gann and I guess the majority of them. There were just a few, but they were just right on target. Um, Seasonal date to watch was the 6th. Look at that pop. If you were watching that day the euro and you saw volume kick in, you just should have gone long. Next seasonal day was the 13th, and look at this massive pop. So the seasonal dates are kicking butt compared to the emblem geometry and ergonometry. Well, ergonometry worked. The 6 was a hit. Today's the 14th. So we got this to watch today. And we have this one. And this one I just don't know what could happen here. It's not a top now because the 13 is a high. So I just want to leave that there with you. And there goes my dog. Alright, so I pretty much covered that. See what happens on the 14th today. I am going to be running some errands, so I probably won't be in front of the markets. I figure I just do this quick video and answer, some questions, or pretty much just kind of let you know what I'm seeing in the market. Let's get into the charts. Oh, before I do that, I put a post on a blog that I'm part of, or I guess I put my thoughts there. My thoughts. It's like a what you call it, it's like a notebook for me. Um, I said that the 3966 was very interesting or very important or had some meaning to it. And the reason why it had some meaning to me was that these last few days I've been trying to calculate where is this euro in regards to price and time. And I did do calculations from certain pivot points in the past, and the euro is like ahead of itself in regards to time and price. But I don't know if now it's gonna kind of backtrack and kind of meet up with price and time. So I need to do that over this weekend to see the price action, today and then in the next couple of weeks. If it starts tugging down and the date starts going up and they meet and they collide, then price and time caught up and maybe the change in trend will happen. But it's still early in my study. But the 2041 low of July the 24th of 2012 if you put that low here, obviously it goes there automatically on this chart, and you increase it by 7. The reason why I use 7 because and this is another thing that I'm researching with the euro. WD Gann says that if you find the vibration where the instrument trades or moves in, you could determine its movements, more easily. So I kind of did some research and figured out that the euro might vibrate either to 7, 8, or 4. Um, and I'm testing this theory out. I'm not saying that this is what the actual euro vibrates to, but I punched in 7 just to see, what popped up. And 339.66 popped up at the 360 degree. So, in theory, that is a complete circle using the 7th vibration level. Does it mean anything? I don't know. I really don't know. I just know that 360 is a complete circle. So does it mean that this is the high? I don't know. We'll find out. But I figure I'd share that with you. I'm always intrigued by why, what moves the euro. I guess everything in life, it's just easier with charts and numbers because it's all mathematical. So if you could kind of, dissect it and get involved and figure out the movements, you could kind of have a better edge. So let's see. Am I saying this is the top? No. There's a lot of other factors you have to consider. We're still early in the game to say this is the top, but it's interesting to know. Let's get to the charts. All right, you see I put a 5 there. Is this a wave 5 that just completed? Let's do a weekly. One, two, three, four, 5, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, or I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the thing about Elliott wave. You just really can't. They got all these things, but I'm just kind of rounding it out and guessing. But I just did this one right here. This could be a possible 5. I'm going to be 1, 2, and this is if it's going higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, C. Just wanted to show you that also, but this is where I'm at, where I've started counting from this new leg up. Okay, so the dates to watch: 6 worked out great, 13 worked out really great, the 21st is coming up. This is the most important one in my opinion, and the 22nd, it's coming up too, which has 2 hits. We do our price retracements. There's a 50% right at 39.58. Red flag right there. Did it sell off because of that? Could be possible. That 50% right there is going from the high and the 2010 June 30th low, or lowish around there. You got the 50% right there. So keep an eye on that. That's resistance as of now. It blew through the Kumo cloud and kind of hovered above and then sunk right back in. But this is 39.58. Do another retracement. A 50 right here. These are the big levels. Do another retracement here. There's a 50 was at 38.40. It found support here, chopped around, and then shot up and hit this 50 level here. What else? And do another price retracement, and there's another one somewhere, maybe even higher. So those are the big levels you're watching, and It's interesting, it shut down from up there. And now we're in an inside day. So we'll see where the euro is going to do today, especially coming up this week. Let's see, price retracement. Okay, Andrew's pitchfork. It's still in this channel right here. So it's no time to be shorting this puppy. It's just time to kind of stand on the sidelines and watch it. Unless you want to scalp it, and then make some pips. Our Gann chart tells us you can't short this thing. This thing is still going higher, or trending higher as of now. It could be stalling, but we'll see. And what I find interesting is, I gotta move this around here. It's already 40 days in. 40 days into this swing. And I'm sure that's including weekends, not even, non-trading days. So 40 days in. What else I want to show you? Andrew's pitchfork. That's a bigger level. It's still holding that one. You see it right there. That level right there is like 38.51. Whatever that low of that candle today is, it's holding that. Next Andrew's pitchfork is this lower one. So, knock out that, knock out this, knock out the one by one. So, you get the drill. There's a lot of stuff you need to knock out before you could be like, okay, we definitely put a high here. Bigger Andrew's pitchfork, so it's down here. So, yeah, so you got nothing to worry about down there. We could take this off and all these Andrews, and I could show you where they're all anchoring, but I figured just instead of wasting time, I'm just showing you these are like levels you want to watch in regards to the geometry of the euro. What else I want to show you? ABC long. You hit your target 100%. So if you were long euro, you should have been trailing your stops, or maybe just gone out 39.37, or just trailed it all the way up. You would have knew that 50% was there. That would have been definitely your target. But to be conservative, right there, you would have been out. You would have met your objectives. So from this ABC pattern, you hit your 100%. So now see how it's chopping right at the pyramid, 65%, 38.33. Interesting, right there. Now that's being conservative, and that's just being on this. If you think it's gonna go higher, like, nah, man, this thing is gonna go much higher. Then let's be a little more liberal. Let's really open it up. If you think this sucker's going higher, excuse me, then your target should be 40.72. Is there anything up there, 40.72, that you might be worried about? No, that's the 50 there. Well, if it's going to 472, it might as well maybe kiss 41.41. That's a 75% level right up there. So that'll probably be your target if you think this thing is going higher. If you think this is a head fake, and this is for the bulls. For the bears, you already know, the resistance levels, or where this thing could, take the advantage. I can't do anything for the short side because there's nothing set up for a short side pattern. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to show you on the euro. 21st, change of season, equinox, possible change in trend. So this thing could chop around here, do another high, fail, and then shoot down, or continue going higher. So you gotta look at it both ways, or chop until it gets exhausted and then goes down or goes higher, or chops all the way to the side. So I'm just giving you the options of where this thing could possibly go. You decide what's best in your analysis and your trading style, where this thing could go to. Last thing I want to show is there anything else I want to show? The big picture. Got the equinox coming in. I have it here for the 20th, but the 21st is over here. And the 21st is it's a Friday. So next Friday, this week should be very critical for the euro. This week right here. You definitely got to keep an eye on it. And even next week, because things can start just, sometimes it happens abruptly and it does the change. Sometimes it just changes, but it's like building and changing and changing and changing until it's all in place, and it's just now, it's like a train. When it starts slow and then it starts picking up speed and then it just goes fast. That's what probably could happen, and that's just my opinion. But if we look at the monthly, you can see that you're still intact. Nothing weak here, no weak signals. You're still above the 50, which is at 3840-ish level. Over here, you look like you're sitting up for doji on the weekly, so that's not looking good. Next week, if it's here and then it just takes out this low, it could get some Momo to the downside. And then you could say, okay, maybe the top is in. But we'll see. Tima's positive, positive, positive. This is getting a hockey stick, so this could be interesting. It's like an early, I don't even have the arrow there, but it looks like it's setting up like, just one of these yellow arrows here. And then it starts building. One of the things that will tell me that the turn is in, or the high is in, or a temporary high, because it could probably turn and then go higher like here. And then it goes down and then shoots higher. It's when you get this purple fissure. See, here it didn't work out because it was chopped. There was a battle here and people still wanted to push it higher. Bears were going, bulls, bears, bulls, and the bulls won. And look at the squeeze play. We haven't got the green dot yet for the pop, like here. When this squeezes here on a 12-hour and you get a green, you just go long. And look, boom. That's that March 6 pop right there. So that was a perfect scalping long setup to just be in, especially on a 12-hour. I mean, if you're chopping on the 12-hour, that means it's an explosion coming soon. And this is the same thing on the weekly. Trend is still pushing higher. You're still above, the 80 level right here on MMG. So I wanted to show you what a turn looks like. It's when you have all these lined up. Look at this big candle. You take out that low of the last week. See how the TEMA changed right away? I mean, but then it just went right back up because it found support at the 200 level, 200 simple moving average. It's the same thing here. Show you another one. Look at this one. This one was even nicer. This one gave you a soap signal and a fissure. Once you see that fissure, that doji, and that PPSL signal, crack the Mobo. Oh, it's on. TEMA confirming it. Mobo right here. MG crack 50. It's just confirming it. Which one's the better signal from here? Maybe a combination of soap. This right here, the purple, and then all these falling like a domino. With PPS, confirms it. So that's what I'm looking for in the weekly. If I don't have this, there's no way in hell you're gonna short. I'm gonna short the euro. But you can see a cluster building up. So this could happen also, where you're at the top. You think here you're at the top, and then after having a down, up, and down, you think you're gonna go down, and then it shoots higher. It's like an exhaustion. They call it the exhaustion pop, where it just goes like ah, and just like let's just gasp for air, ah, and then boom, just hit it from the top, and then it just sinks down. It's just like with the like a train when it's blowing off steam. It's gonna go down, but it's just blowing off that last steam. That's what I want to see in the euro. We're gonna short it. So right now it's early in the game. On the daily, full moon coming up right here, so that should be interesting. Could this give it the energy to go one more time, and then on the equinox come down? We'll find out. But everything looks positive here. The 50 is in zoom mode, so that's strong. That's nitro right there. There's no way you're gonna short that. When you get that 50 out of there, like, see, when you get that 50 out of zoom mode, look how it lost this. Look how it lost this Momo, and then you had a snap back up. Went up there, 50 never made it a nitro level, and the explosion even came harder to the downside. So it went up and then down. And that's when you get that red arrow. That red arrow telling you the 50, it's out of the zoom mode. I don't have that yet on the daily, so this thing could chop around and be strong. What I do have is a cluster of fissures here and 2 soap cell signals. So the trend is definitely getting weaker. Crack 50, you know, this is a short term. You got a lower hump, divergence. So we'll see. On the 12 hour, same thing. You're above the 20, the 50, the 200, the 100. You're inside the mobile band again. I think, yeah, you're still inside. You had a sell signal. T-Mon went over back up. You know, you're having a cluster. So it's a battle right here. On the 12 hour, on the daily, nothing's showing up on the weekly yet. And that's it. Hope this video helps. I'm going to post this up real quick and get ready to do my errands. And if you're a bear, it's not your time to short yet. Scalp it. Don't build a big position. You know, my opinion. Just watch it. It's not weak. It's not weak enough for the bears to like get in there and start clawing everyone down to the ground. If you're a bull, you better be careful. You're dealing with some interesting levels right up here, especially here. You know, that 50 up there, how the way that thing sank down there. If this theory, these calculations are correct, the July 24th low of 2012 and lines up with the 360 degree in the circle, meaning completeness, using the vibration of 7. See, if you use 1, it'll I can't my thing doesn't even cover it. I'm sure it would if I extended this all the way out, but I wanted just to see that on the 7 and look right there. Let's do the square of 100. That's pretty huge too. My square of 100. See, 2041 July 24 low. Right there. 3966. So you covered all this and you're right at the top of that box. Right at the top of that box. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope this helps, and I'll hopefully do a weekend review, see how Friday closes, and just kind of dissect this euro and just kind of give you my thoughts. And remember to watch these dates. But the key date to watch is that 21st. Big day. Make some pips.